Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks the State of our World on Friday, July 3rd, 2020. Well, the coronavirus is still with us. Worldwide, 11 million people have this virus. In the U.S., almost 130,000 people have died from the virus. We're getting more than 50,000 new cases every day nationwide. And what are we doing about it? Well, it's very simple what we should do, but what many are not. Many are complaining they don't want to be told they have to wear a mask and they have to do social distancing and they can't go to the places they want to go to and they can't get back to their normal life. Well, the normal life that they're missing uh, can kill them and others. You have to practice social distancing, 6 feet apart from anyone. You have to wear a mask covering your face, your mouth, and your nose to protect yourself and others and your family and friends. And what's so hard about that? And health workers wear all kinds of personal protective equipment all the time. They're trying to save their life and the lives of the patients they are trying to take care of. So what is so complicated? Wear a mask, carry a mask with you wherever you go, and then things will be a little better. And it's better to wear a mask and not be able to do the things you used to do than to do the things you do and end up losing your life or the life of someone you care about. So, wear a mask, people. There's still a shortage of personal protective equipment for healthcare workers and line responders, and also for essential workers. All this stuff. There's still vulnerable populations, veterans in veterans' homes, residents of assisted living homes, residents of nursing homes, residents of retirement homes, farm workers, and migrant workers, and people in prisons and jails, and the homeless. They're all vulnerable to this disease. So you don't wear a mask, you could kill one of these people in your daily activity. So wear a mask and stop complaining. You know, when you started school a long time ago, you were told you had to do certain things, you had to behave in a certain way so that the class can make progress in learning and everyone can learn. So now in the same situation, except we're learning new rules now of how to get along with a pandemic, a health crisis that isn't going away anytime soon. So you have to do the right thing. If you have a home to live in, if you have television, internet service, radio, electricity, then you're doing good. You have food to eat and maybe have a car, then you're doing great. So stop complaining and do the right thing to protect yourself, your family and friends, and others. And that's the only way we're going to get through this virus. Now, back about 1,000 years ago, there's a city in Italy called Pompeii. They had a volcano eruption, Mount Vesuvius, I believe it was called. And before that, 17 years earlier, there was an earthquake. And after the earthquake, they kind of rebuilt and thought everything was fine. And then Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed the city completely. So, we have a lot of cities now that have become pretty deserted because people are not supposed to be gathering in large numbers, even though in some places they are, because people don't want to listen. So regardless of your politics, regardless of your religion, your race, your nationality, this virus is affecting everybody. So you must practice social distancing, you must wear a mask, and you must respect the rights of others, not to be made sick by you not wanting to do the right thing and obey the law and doing what is right. Now, Native Americans in South Dakota have been protesting the Trump's plan to have a 4th of July celebration at Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. Mount Rushmore is built on Indian land, and they are the Native Americans are protesting this. This land was given to them. Well, the government said they had a right to it in the 1880s, and even went to Supreme Court, said it's definitely there. So they definitely have a right to say who can and cannot be on their land. Because when people come to their land, they don't practice social distancing, they don't wear a mask, and have a lot of energy companies that come into their land to destroy their land. So Mount Rushmore, all their land is sacred to them, and they're trying to protect it. And yet the people today have been protesting the rally of Trump for his campaign, and they're getting the Native Americans are protesting, and their supporters are getting arrested by local authorities. Now, the state of South Dakota is a Republican state with a Republican governor, and they do not support, evidently do not support the rights of the Native Americans. So, and Trump definitely doesn't support the rights of the Native Americans. So we really need to, we need to do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. In other words, treat everyone as you wish to be treated, and they have a right to their land. They've lost a lot of land in all the wars, Indian wars of the past. They've been on their land for thousands of years, much longer than the existence of the United States. So you can't steal it from them, even though people have tried. You can't wipe them out by bringing your illnesses, although the colonists and the conquistadors and explorers did try to do that. They're here. They have a right to their land. They have a right to protect their land and themselves. They have set up checkpoints to make sure no one comes onto their land who shouldn't be there, and no one comes onto their land with the virus. So the governor of South Dakota doesn't like that, demanded they take down their checkpoints, but the Native American people have not. And so anyway, the standoff continues in South Dakota, and we're really denouncing Trump's Mount Rushmore visit. He seems to not be aware of things, because he was going to have a rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the site of a massacre in 1920s against African American people living there, and he decided to have a rally there on June 19th, which is the date in 1863 when slaves were freed in the Emancipation Proclamation by then President Abraham Lincoln, except the people in Tulsa didn't know about the freedom. They were given it until 1865, when the Civil War had ended. So, everybody, do the right thing. We have a lot of divisions among us, which are being stoked by Trump and his supporters. We do have one country. We have a worldwide climate, that is in the process of being destroyed because people don't want to take care of nature. So we really have to do that. This is not the case as you can do anything you want. The Native Americans do have a right to their land. Any land that they have lost, they want back. So it's, let them have their land. Let them live in peace. Now, another issue is the coronavirus. We know that's still with us. And Trump has played down the existence of the virus, say it doesn't exist, it's a hoax, it's fake news, it's a plot by the Democrats. Well, now the White House, they're saying, okay, it exists, but there's really no recognition that the coronavirus is a serious problem. I think the loss of about 130,000 people from this virus is a serious problem. And the fact that we have about 2.7 million people, I think, who have the virus currently in the U.S. and 11 million worldwide. So, we really need to get on with our lives of doing things that are good for everyone and don't endanger anyone. So, therefore, we need to put politics aside and make sure we test everybody and everyone who tests positive, trace their contacts, anyone contactors trace positive, trace their contacts, everyone who has tested positive for the virus, get them the care they need, isolate them, put them in quarantine. So that's what we should be doing, but we're not. So we need to definitely work together to get rid of this virus. We need a national plan, which I've been saying since the beginning when this all started. We have a national plan so everyone gets tested, and we have a national plan with enough healthcare supplies and tests, and all kinds of stuff for the whole country, and keep track of everything that is going on, where the tests are being done, and what the results are, where the personal protective equipment is, and make sure every health care facility has them. And also, there's other equipment that's needed, like respirators and ventilators. So, we need to make sure we have a national plan for this. Now, President Bush and President Obama, I'm quoting, had eloquent and detailed pandemic playbook, which Trump has ignored. Oh, he's throwing out everything that he doesn't like because he doesn't like the fact that anyone has succeeded, especially President Obama. He seems to have a real phobia against President Obama, but he has a real liking for the leader of Russia, Putin. So, that brings up another subject. Russia, it appears, Russian government has appeared to have paid the Taliban in Afghanistan to kill American soldiers and also other coalition soldiers like the British. Of course, Trump has not mentioned this to Putin of Russia, and of course Putin and Russia have denied this. But very strange. This has been out there in the news for a while. Now, something else that's been in the news is that there's a young man named Elijah McClain from Colorado, who was, back in August, he was arrested for no reason, and while he was in custody, the police gave him some kind of a sedative, which and eventually killed him in the hospital. Elijah McClain was a gentle young man, African-American young man, and and a musician, and he was just out to get a snack when he was
in just the last hour, Aurora, Colorado police announced the firing of several officers who...
Well, we had a little bit of interference. Some news came on that interrupted my presentation. Sorry about that. But that's the real world coming into my presentation. Okay, maybe it's time to have a little song now. What do you say? Okay. All right, here we go. The song I'd like to sing tonight is, let's see. It's a spiritual from slave times. Okay, what is the name of the song? Hang on, I'll have it in a minute. Okay, I remember the song. It's called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. I don't know all of it, but I'll sing what I know, okay? Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm coming too. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Okay, that was Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, a gospel song sung by slaves, African American slaves, a long time ago. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you liked that. If you notice, I didn't have a presentation yesterday, July 2nd, because our computer had a lot of updates that had to be made. By the time all the updates were done, it was time to go to sleep. Okay, so that's, thank you for joining us today, Friday, July 3rd, 2020, for Caroline Speaks the State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow evening, and, we'll continue talking, and talking does help. And remember, take care of yourself and take care of others. And kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. And don't be in a hurry to go out and do things you used to do, because that's going to end up killing you or someone else. There's a lot of pressure on schools to reopen, because once it started, students of all ages were learning at home. So, but school districts say they don't have the money to open safely. So we have to continue to shelter in place, practice social distancing, wear a mask when you go out, and for students to learn at home using lessons put together by various groups on the internet. Okay, well that's it for this evening. Hope to see you back here tomorrow. Thank you. See you not tomorrow. Bye-bye.